Welcome to week 2 of the course. As you make your way through this course, plus possibly a field placement and working and family, I just want to acknowledge how much you're doing. It's hard work, being in school. And so I acknowledge you for that. And again, if you have any questions, I'm here to support you. Please reach out to me. This video is going to talk you through, as you do your readings for week 2, you're going to be thinking about identifying unmet needs for organizations. And so this week, you also have your organizational needs assessment due. I am going to be posting a sample paper for you to support you in writing your own organizational needs assessment, and I'll have a separate video on that. So this one is just focusing on that initial post prompt on unmet needs. And so we are continuing on to really look at organizations holistically and really just deeply think about what are various aspects of organizational identity and services that are being provided and clients that are being served. So you're going to choose an organization. Ideally, I would like you to continue with the organization that you were thinking about in week 1, but students do change. And so if you are thinking about a different organization, please reach out to me just so we can connect and be on the same page about that. But I would like you to list what you know about that organization's identity. So you can list these rather than writing complete sentences for this aspect. The size of the organization, the age of the organization, where it's located, and whether the organization is a nonprofit or a for-profit. And so that's really just, the foundational aspects of an organization. And then in complete sentences, I want you to reflect on the culture and climate of that organization. Now, if you are using the same organization as week 1, think back to what you saw on the online presence as you kind of investigated that. Hopefully, you've been able to physically be at this organization, but that's definitely not, may not be possible given the pandemic in the past year and a half. But think about, how do you feel when you walk in, or how would you feel when you walked in, if you haven't physically been there? And what about the organization or climate contributes to that feeling? Think about color schemes and just what you see and observe as you walk in. What do you notice about staff? How they relate to one another and to the clients? Are they collegial? Are they hostile? Are they open? Are they closed? Welcoming? Are they suspicious? So really paying attention to the environment around you. And then who are the organization's clients or their customers? To your best knowledge, what are the client's primary needs for why they're coming to that organization? What needs is that agency meeting? And what are they doing well? And then what remains an unaddressed or unmet need? And so in taking a look at all of that evidence that you've reflected upon and discussed and read, I want you to identify 3 unmet needs that organization may face and provide 1 to 2 sentences describing that unmet need. So for example, if you are working in or focusing on a homeless services organization, maybe you'll find that an unmet need is additional beds, or possibly, referral to a specific kind of service, like perhaps that housing organization, doesn't have childcare, and that could be an unmet need for the clientele that's there. And so, think broadly and creatively about, what your experience might be as a social worker in that organization and who you might be serving, or if you were a client for that organization. And then for week 2, you'll be making a response post to your peer. And so, which of the 3 unmet needs identified by your partner in week 2 do you think could be addressed by a program change or through the introduction of a new program? And so you're going to start helping your partner, and they will be helping you think about Does this organization need to expand, or does a new organization need to be created to meet that need? And then what ideas for program change or a new program do you have as you've read through their post? And I'd like you to provide at least two ideas for your partner to think about. So that's what you'll be working on in week 2. The readings will support you in thinking about organizations, as I've mentioned. And so if you have questions about this, as I keep saying, please get in touch with me, and I'm more than happy to help you through whatever questions you have.